Hello, friends. Welcome to our channel, New NBA USA Friends. ALK about that in a second, because he's trying to cheat the system. If you're brand new to this channel, we talk baseball every single day. So if you want to stay up to date on the game of baseball, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that Recap is brought to you by SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. Use code FUZZY. Before we talk about the Nolan Arenado bot trade and the Houston Astros replacing him with Christian Walker, I want to talk about Michael Lorenzen working with his agent and teams to try and skirt the system that Major League Baseball has put in place to limit the amount of pitchers a team can have. The limit right now is 13. If Michael Lorenzen's plan actually comes to fruition, a team could technically hold 14 pitchers. Let me explain. If you have no idea who Michael Lorenzen is, he was traded to the Royals last year. He put up a 1.6 E with them. He was really good, and he has a 3.8 year since 2016. But also, he is a super athlete. He is one of the better all-around baseball players in the game that we have. He is a two-way player, not technically, but if you would have watched him only in 2018. Like if you were an alien came down to watch baseball in 2018. You would have thought Michael Lorenzen was Ohtani because he hit 290 with 4 home runs. I mean, look at some of these web gems. An absolute super athlete now for his career, he only hits 233 with an 84 OPS plus. But here's the trick. If Michael Lorenzen plays 20 games and has 3 plate appearances in those 20 games, he will qualify as a two-way player, which means that he will not count as a pitcher. You either qualify as one of 3 things, a pitcher, a batter, or a two-way player, and if Michael Lorenzen earns a two-way status, he keeps it for both 2025 and 2026. So he would literally be a cheat code like Ohtani, because Ohtani does not count against that 13-pitcher limit. So if you have 13 pitchers, and Ohtani, or 13 pitchers, and Lorenzen, you technically can hold 14 pitchers, which is huge for a 162-game Major League Baseball season. I thought that was a fun little story to start with because it was a wrinkle I've never really considered. But that's really smart to get more money. Now Arenado, like we said, he left the Astros on the altar. He basically gave them 2 birds. Said, yeah, I'm not coming to your franchise. You guys can go find someone else. And they did. The AST was immediately pivoted to getting Christian Walker on a 3-year, $60 million deal. A lot of teams were hesitant to give Christian Walker 3 years because he's a little bit older. He's going to be like 34, 35 years old. Nolan Arenado is the same age, and honestly, a lot of people across the game in baseball would consider this to be an upgrade over Nolan Arenado. If you take a look. Aaron's last 2 seasons, he's combined for 42 home runs, 164 RBIs, and A4 OPS, plus Christian Walker 59 home runs, 187 RB, a 122 OPS plus, and he's won 3 consecutive Gold Gloves. That's pretty dang good for a guy who's approaching 34. And again, you have to compare that to Nolan Arenado. Apples to apples, they're both about the same age. And honestly, Walker right now seems like he has the higher upside, unless Arenado has magically found that bat speed, and he's healthy all over again. Like Cardinal fans were saying in the second half, maybe saying Christian Walker is an upgrade is just absolute blaspheming because Arenado, he could be a Hall of Fame player, but as of right now, Christian Walker will be playing first base, Esokpadis is at third base, and again, he's going to be an absolute glitch with the Crawford boxes. Same with Christian Walker, that dude has multiple 30-plus home run seasons. Super small topic. I want to talk about how the Diamondbacks are going to pivot, who is going to be the Christian Walker replacement. Because he's been a top 3 first baseman, top 5. First baseman the last few years, maybe they go with a Pavin Smith, because that's what Fangraphs is predicting right now. He had a 145 OPS plus in 60 games last year. He was pretty good. I'd go with Adrian Del Castillo, the rookie. He's a catcher, but he hit .315 with 4 home runs and 19 RBs. His first 24 games. A lot of people have said he could be a great platoon guy with Gabriel Moreno, but I think that Moreno is a dog. He should be a full-time catcher, not a platoon guy. The Phillies are having a weird off-season because they've pretty much lost out on everyone, both in the free agency market and trying to make trades. They wanted to get Kyle Tucker, they offered Alec B and seat TIOs according to the rumors, and the Astros said no. All jokes aside, Max Kepler, he is a sick defender. He has 66 outs above average since 2016. And for some context, Nick Costano has also debuted in 2016. He has negative 82 outs above average. Again, they debuted in the same year when healthy Max Kepler absolutely tears covers off of baseballs again. When he's healthy back in 2023, he had 24 home runs, a 120 ops plus, and he had a 91.9 miles per hour average exit velocity, which is topped 11% in baseball. So he's a sick defender who can cover some ground, so he's probably going to be a left fielder. Casano, does he suck defensively? Yes. But because he hasn't made any errors, I don't know if he's going to get moved from right field, despite the fact that his range, it's not great, and also his reads off the bat are pretty piss-poor, so expect Schwarber to be penial in as the full-time DH and leadoff hitter. You got Harper at first base. The Phillies, even without making any moves, are still a fantastic baseball team. I mean, this is a good move. I like it. Max Kepler, one of the few German players in baseball, it's a good move. $10 million. I like it from one lefty to another. The Red Sox are taking a flyer on Patrick Sandel. We called him WBC Sandy for a long time because this dude looked like he could take over the ace job for the Angels. Yes, even over Ohtani, because in 2022, Patrick Sandel, he had a 2.9 array. And then he looked even better in the WBC. He absolutely dominated. Now he is coming back from Tommy John. He will not be available until the second half. That's why the roughly $20 million 5.5 is being given to him in 2025, again basically for one half of baseball, and then the rest of it in 2026. I'm praying that Sandel can unlock that curveball all over again and spot his fast ball, because he has an unlimited ceiling when he's right, but he hasn't been right for